Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy CJ. Got another video for y'all. It's a reaction to Why You Should Avoid Dead Elephants by Casual Geographic. So before we start, hit the subscribe button and let's go.
You can't see it in 3 seconds, you're already dead.
Yeah, hold up. What you mean if you can't see it in 3 seconds? What are you talking about? Wait, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm deceased. Hey, yo. What am I looking for?
Alright, time's up. Did you find it? Oh, not the lion. I meant the hyena inside. So what a lot of people don't realize is that lions actually steal from hyenas more than hyenas do to them. And lions hate hyenas so much that males will chase them down, snap their spines to paralyze them, and then just leave them to die. And in return, hyenas turn any lion cubs they find into chalk outlines. Lions and hyenas are like a Mormon couple.
Nah, they really be wildin', yo. That's crazy.
So when one hyena was feeding on an elephant corpse and 7 male lions pulled up, he did the only thing you can really do. The hyena buried itself inside the dead elephant's rotting carcass with 7 of its
Nah, that hyena is lit.
And it hid there while the lions ate. And when the lions weren't looking, the hyena made a break for it as the lions chased him and made a break for his neck. Even though it was 1 on 7, the hyena managed to escape and hand the entire team an L. But if you're from the
oh well, that's crazy.
Here are some facts about lions.
Why he violate Detroit like that?
The most dangerous time to be around a pride of lions is during a storm, since lions are more likely to hunt when it's darker out. Lions are basically serial killers with night vision, and they know it gives them an advantage, so as ambush hunters, they'd much rather try to catch a body when they know they have the cover of darkness to hide under. On a similar note, man-eating lions are really rare. But a lion's most likely to turn you into a news article after a full moon, because that's when they're typically at their hungriest.
Now this dude's wordplay is hilarious, yo.
Surprise, they experience a lower hunting success rate, which is why a lot of documented predatory attacks on humans took place after a full moon when they're at their most desperate. Lions are typically more selfish than tigers, because where tigers in the wild are often more willing to share if 2 of them come across a meal, lions are much more. You
know my guy got all the animal loving hoes with these videos.
Male lions don't always have manes, but sometimes females do. In 2016, researchers observed 5 lionesses that grew manes and started acting like males, even going as far as to start mounting other females. They would also frequently roar and mark their territory, 2 things that are more associated with lions rather than lionesses. And the reason was believed to be because of hormonal defects causing excessive levels of testosterone in the females. Oftentimes after a successful hunt, lions will leave the immediate area to give their prey a chance to let their guard down again, which increases their success rate for the next hunt. Researchers tracking African lions noticed that more than 80% of the time, the lions would travel more than 3 miles from the kill site. Basically, lions give their victims time to process and recover from the trauma just to give it to them again. Now that's tough. Here's the biggest lie you've been told about lions. The king of the jungle is really a queen, because a lion pride is actually led by females, not the male. Lionesses are the ones that own a territory and will defend it together, while males typically leave after 2 to 3 years.
Where they be at?
Females are the landlords while the males are just on leases. Sometimes that lease gets canceled along with the male.
So where do they be at? Do they just be vibing?
Sometimes lionesses will gang up on elderly males and end both their time as leader and time on Earth if they feel like they're unfit to lead the pride. This male was jumped out by at least 10 of his women with what had to be considered homicidal intent. Safari workers did break it up with a fire extinguisher, but they were 100% going for blood.
Nah, they was wildin', bro. He's down bad.
In 2018, a lioness named Zuri murdered the father of her 3 cubs, and zookeepers never really figured out why. When Lion King had Nala on his back, they weren't too far off.
Look, this is why I don't like cats. I don't like house cats. I don't like big cats. I don't like little cats. I don't like small cats. I don't like medium-sized cats. I do not like cats. And this is just exactly why. If your house pet, cat or whatever, were as big as that, it would end you. The only reason it doesn't is because it knows it can't. That's the only reason. I promise you. I promise you.
Lionesses are all a sisterhood, and they'll even get pregnant and give birth around the same time just so they can take turns babysitting each other's kids. It also means if you mess around and piss one sister off, you'll have to see them all. Moral of this video, turns out we've been spelling it wrong. It's actually Lion King, because Simba acting like he ran the show was nothing but cat. Did you know lions are kind of racist? Lions with darker manes are considered more attractive in lion society. It's because darker manes correlate to higher levels of testosterone and better overall health. Basically, lion beauty standards mean Scar would have gotten more than he would know what to do with. And according to research done in South Africa, lions with black manes reportedly healed better from injuries and survived longer than lighter manes.
Yo, that's crazy.
Right? But it also means blonde and light maned lions get screwed. Actually, they don't, and that's the problem. Lighter manes are less attractive to females, meaning it nerfs their chances of having cubs of their own. And because higher testosterone makes better fighters, light mains are more likely to get bodied and vibe checked by darker mains.
Oh god.
But dark mains don't got it easy either.
Yo, this is literally
attract more females, but it also attracts more heat to the lion, which is why lion.
This is the whole light skin versus dark skin fucking war bullshit. Like, this is hilarious, bro. Like, to see that that's in like several ecosystems, that's funny.
With black mains are more likely to have defective sperm. Remember, the reason most animals have their baby factory hanging outside is because too much heat can handicap you. So because nature's a sick joke, the same thing that helps the lion get laid can also be the same reason they can't have cubs. They can spread the seed, but there's a chance nothing will grow. The more you know. Here's why trusting this monkey can get you murdered.
What they doing here though? Why that cat look like that? Why he on top of her like that? Why you doing that, my guy? Like, you can't tell me that don't look like something. I'm just saying. It's like once you go black mane, you never. I mean not.
Nothing will grow. The more you know.
No, that's crazy
why
though.
Trusting this monkey can get you murdered. This is a yellow baboon, and he's probably the biggest sellout in nature. Baboons have these alarm calls they'll make to warn others of danger. So if one baboon sees like a lion, it'll make the call and all the others will rush into the safety of the trees. And it turns out other animals like the antelope and the kudu have actually figured out the baboon's alarm system. So whenever they hear it and see the monkeys climbing into the trees, they take that as a sign to peace out too.
Look at his face, bro. I would want to really beat them up.
The antelope rely on them to not get killed, but they also know that to save its life.
Like, wouldn't you want to just like violate? Like, look at his look at it. Ew, Squidward nose face ass. God damn. I'd beat the ass.
The baboons know that the antelope rely on them to not get killed, but they also know that the safest lion is one that's already been fed. So now these baboons will play lookout, but instead of warning the others when they see lions hunting, not only will they stay quiet, but sometimes they'll even leave the tree and wander on the ground like nothing's wrong. That makes the antelope think they're safe. That's how they end up on Mufasa's meal prep. And just to make it worse, sometimes
that's wild.
Sit and watch the animals that thought they can trust them fall into the trap and get hunted down. And as long as
they're on demon time.
The lions won't come after them. It's like being a lookout but going mute when the police show up, so you don't.
They're on demon time.
Historically hate big cats like lions and leopards, and to the point where they'll kidnap and abort cubs because they're afraid of what they'll grow into. It's literally the animal version of working with the feds. The moral of this video.
Baboons, nigga, what the fuck? I'm not surprised that they're smart. Like, they ain't like, just because they're not humans doesn't mean they aren't smart. But that's demon time. You kidnapping their children, bro, and murking them just so they won't grow up to be a bigger cat. So you have less cats chasing you around the fucking Sahara. Or, that's not the Sahara, obviously. That's obviously not the Sahara. But nonetheless, but I'm just saying though. It's just like, I was thinking of a different word, but I couldn't remember. But that's just like, oh my goodness, like, just to see how realistic that is, that's crazy.
Y'all called him a rat when you really could have just called him a baboon from bush. Here's why this lion is terrified, and you should be too. It's being chased by a herd of Cape buffalo. They can weigh 1,300 pounds, they delete about 200 people a year, and they're so homicidal they've been nicknamed Black Death.
200 a year?
Of up to 200. I want you to remember that number. And that's because
Cape buffalo are one of the
very few animals that will actively seek revenge on others.
Cape
buffalo's wound buffalo are one of the very few animals that will 200.
Hold up. Hold the fuck up, yo. Hold up. God. Like, I felt that. Did you?
I want you to remember that number.
Why are they so aggressive? Like, my nigga, relax.
That's because Cape buffalo are one of
first they sent them up, but look at the second time.
Animals that will actively seek revenge on others.
God, you see that, nigga? You're dead, bro. That cat is dead. You're dead. You're dead. This is over. You're not living, bro. You a pack now.
If you're dumb enough to follow,
smoking that lion pack.
Of malicious intent will ambush you and knock you to the ground. Then they'll back up and then they just wait. Because if you manage to get back on your feet, then this black Air Force Oppa will charge and gore you. Literally, my nigga, they're demons. Because then they'll form a circle around you and completely erase the option of escape. They'll keep you in that
crazy.
Circle until one sees an opening and attempts to impale you. And the same rules apply. If you're still moving, then their job is finished until you are. Which is why one of the most vicious animals you can hunt is an African cow from the trenches. Which is why it has another nickname, Widowmaker. Because the fastest way to get out of a marriage is to tell your husband to go hunt one in the morning, because then you'll go to bed with a human being lighter and one life insurance policy.
He's dead. He's dead.
Joe Exotic before Joe Exotic.
No, that's crazy. That's crazy.
And in 2001, Yates was 31, he was a construction worker, and he was the owner of an 8-week-old kitten that he kept in his Harlem housing project. As a kid, he was obsessed with animals. Sounds familiar. And when he was 3, he got his first pet, which was a hamster. It only escalated from there. Fast forward to 2003, Harlem police were called to his apartment to follow up on a complaint. The complaint being that Yates had a 6-foot pet alligator named Al that he kept in a tank. But when police used a periscope to look inside his apartment, this is what they saw.
Oh my goodness! Yo!
That 8-week-old kitten was actually a Bengal tiger cub that grew into a 450-pound assault weapon. His name was Ming, by the way. Antoine bought him from an animal park and was feeding him with raw chicken that he bought from a supermarket. And people didn't even start finding out about it until Yates went to a hospital with bite and claw marks and tried to say his pet pit bull did it. Here's where the story gets
he's tweaking.
Apparently, Antoine had roommates in his 5-bedroom apartment that at first didn't know they were also rooming with a whole tiger. One woman said she was terrified at first, but eventually got used to having her life in danger every time she came home from work. When Yates eventually got busted, his mom got charged as well. Why? Well, it turns out she had been babysitting in the apartment at the same time that Shere Khan was still a tenant.
See, look, I heard about this story. I just completely forgot about it. But, like, I never saw all the details. What the fuck? Look. This is why you can't have them as pets. They might be sweet to you because you took care of them, but they can't hold themselves back forever. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. But, yo, that's why I just can't, man. I don't like cats.
When his neighbors were questioned, they said he had bear cubs, rabbits, monkeys, hyenas, snakes, 1 llama, weird that he only had 1, and even a lion cub. Remember, this started with a fucking hamster. The tiger was tranquilized and sent to Noah's Lost Ark in Ohio, where he lived until 2019. And Yates went on to sue the state of New York for the loss of his pets, only for a judge to curse him out of court. Moral of the story,
he's a bozo.
What Florida does, New York is never too far behind.
He's a bozo.
We're gonna do this one last time and then I will never speak about this again. The Black Panther, not an animal. Like, it ain't real. Because panther can be any one of these right here. Because the word panther refers to panthera, which is a starting line of...
My nigga, why this goddamn thing looks so creepy? Ugh. That's literally making me shiver. Ugh.
Of cats that includes lions, tigers, jaguars, leopards, and snow leopards.
Yo, why are jaguars so
lions,
diesel?
Tigers, jaguars.
Look at him. Look at him. Tank ass.
Leopards, and snow leopards. We good so far? So technically, any one of these cats can be called a panther. Now, black panther is just a word for any one of these cats that's
I could never live anywhere where large cats exist. I'm sorry, I just can't. I would never go hiking. I can't do it.
Leopard or jaguar, and it's probably a jaguar. Because the gene that causes these charcoal cats is dominant in jaguars but recessive in leopards. But technically, if a lion, tiger, or snow leopard got this mutation and came out black, we would be able to call them black panthers too. Because I already know I'm finna get that one smartass comment. Yes, some people call this a panther. But mountain lions aren't part of the Panthera genus. In fact, they don't even qualify as big cats. Cougars are actually closer to your pet cat than they are to lions or tigers.
I don't care. I don't care.
Really just an emo
they're
cat.
large.
And if you're close enough, you'll see that even though they're black, they still have the same spot patterns that the normal ones have. If you're close enough to see that,
my nigga,
you're probably gonna see.
Look, if you're close enough. Do you see this fucking cat, my nigga? Do you see that cat, man? Oh my god, it's like the biggest pit bull you've ever seen on steroids. In the pen, by the bench press, just looking at you like, yeah, nigga, I'm next. Like, fuck is you talking about? Like, what the fuck? Like, why do you look like that? I never went to jail. I'm just saying, like, it just seemed like it like, yo, this nigga's just what the fuck? Why do you look like that, bro? Demon time.
Black, they still have the same spot patterns that the normal ones have. If you're close enough to see that, you're probably gonna see nothing but black next. I'm actually glad you said that because fun fact, pink panthers do exist. This leopard has a super rare mutation that causes the coat to appear strawberry flavored, instead of the normal brownish orange with black spots. And remember the rule, if it's any one of these cats, it can be called a panther. Now this pink panther has a mutation called erythrism.
So you telling me this is not an actual panther, and that's just a term for I forgot how he explained it, but I don't feel like going back.
Because it's so rare, we don't really know that much about it, but it's believed that it causes the body to produce extra red or pink pigments. This also happens in animals like raccoons and coyotes. But for an animal like a leopard, whose life literally depends on being able
If
to
I see a
hide
raccoon
even
looking
more,
like
he's
that,
right
bro,
there.
I don't know what
It
I'm gonna
doesn't
do.
really look pink, but it's like a pinkish hue. But since leopards qualify as panthers, that's your pink panther right there. Also, we got white panthers too. Not like a colonizer's response to Wakanda, but like an actual cat. This lion has a mutation called leucism, which causes partial pigment loss. Not to be confused with being albino, which is total pigment loss. And one last time, because y'all keep making me say it, since they're one of these cats, you can call this a white panther and be factually correct. Then you have this white cougar that was found in a national park in Brazil in 2013. When I say rare, it was recorded 8 years ago and never seen again. But mountain lions aren't part of the panther genus, so they have to sit at the little cat.
Creepy? What the hell were you doing all this time? Weird ass cat.
Years ago and never seen again. But mountain lions aren't part of the panther genus, so they have to sit at the little cat lunch table with cheetahs, ocelots, bobcats, and even pet cats.
Little cats? Shut the hell up, man.
Listen, did you know that a polar bear's skin is black and their fur is...
Yeah, polar bear black skin, got it. Hey, go follow that guy, he's pretty cool, but listen. Did you know that lions will roar as a pride to
He's a demon.
territory, and these roars can last up to 40 seconds and travel for 5 miles. And since they do it together, cubs will try to join in even when they aren't old enough to roar yet. And it sounds something like this.
Yeah, why you look like that, little buddy?
Yeah,
I'd be so mad if I had to deal with that. Like if it was like a little baby cub and it was just doing that all night.
kind of have to have a good day after seeing that.
I mean, I read the comments before I watched this, and y'all said that it was the cutest thing. Maybe I'm just in a bad place right now, but that just was not that cute. I don't know, man. Maybe because I don't like cats. Who knows? But either way, that video was fire. Appreciate you, Casual Geographic. Always with the bangers and the facts. And you deserve I don't know how many subs he got, but you deserve it, Brody. Anyway, with that being said, if you made it this far, hit that like button if you like the video. Subscribe if you want to see more content. Appreciate you if you made it this far. And please have a nice day.